Welcome back, everyone. As you guessed it, R32 episode. You'll never guess this, but Jack has bought...
No. So Jack arranged to buy another interior and then sent Muggins here to go and buy it.
The reason is we bought another interior. This is actually out of an estate. Full leather, full heated.
Or a Jetta.
Or a Jetta, yeah. But the main thing that we was thinking about getting the rear bench retrimmed on this one, just so we could fold them forward. Yeah. But these already come like that, so we ain't got to mess about with that. And also, it's just things like these pieces that go on the edge of the seats. There was still cloth in ours because they weren't in the original donor car.
Oh, I've just blown your mind though. There's an airbag in it.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you know that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, I did.
So there's no way to plug it in though.
No, because I've seen
No, so that's a new adventure. Good thing is about them as well, leather door cards. And all we've got to do, swap these little trims over because we want to match the dash in that car. But that's easy, no problem.
Minor.
The main task of today though is the rear bumper.
Because we've just bored you with another interior, we're actually going to get onto this hybrid rear bumper. So she will look as good at the back, or if not better, than it does at the front and the sides. And I think once that is in, that's more or less all our pieces to the puzzle.
Full R32 effect, isn't it? We can even put the badges back on, so it's 100% R32.
What we're saying is, if you rolled into a Volkswagen dealership and they were selling these, this is what it was going to. This is going to be what it looks like, isn't it, from the dealership?
Or it's going to look like a complete
hodgepodge of a job.
But I'm going to stay positive and say this is what it's going to look like if it come out of Volkswagen. First, with this bumper, we don't want this section where it attaches onto the upper part of the bumper.
Yeah.
So, first thing we're going to do, just so we can test fit it, we're just going to put a small cut, literally right across.
Small incision.
Right across the top of the bumper, around where obviously the number plate goes, and just take that section off.
Yeah.
And we're going to place that over the existing bumper, try and figure out some heights and things like that.
We are literally freestyling this. We've had a little kind of thingy over in our heads, but...
Well, you know how on your F81 you used everyone else's guide to make your rear bumper?
Yeah, we've seen someone
We're going to be the people though, aren't we?
Yeah, the guinea pigs, mate.
This conversion is going to be super popular when we're done. So we'll cut this first, we'll get it placed, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah?
Yep.
Right. So if we lay over that bit there again.
Yeah, it's going to be further up, isn't it?
No, it's further down. If you iron them through. Basically, we've just drawn it on with a crayon, completely guessed it, and now we're going to ball it up.
Not with a crayon, a black Sharpie, so we can't see what we're cutting.
I'm not allowed to use pens.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, I'm only allowed to use crayons and pencils. Yeah.
So like we did with the F81, by the way, we're overcutting initially to get like a better... Because the problem is we've got the two bumpers at the minute, we can't actually overlay them, obviously,
no, because it's got these reflectors and bits what stick out at the back of the bumper. So we're going to cut out
what we definitely don't need, place it on.
It's going to be a few times of putting it on, off, on, off. And then, like I said, we don't want to cut too far. If we cut too far, then...
We need to get a new bumper.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? I think he's Japanese. He builds the Porsches. Have you seen him? And he's like Stokes, isn't he? Yeah. He just sits there smoking a cigarette and hacking up cars.
Yeah. His name's
Wide Art. He's really famous. Does all the wide art sports.
You're the next him.
He does it proper. He's seen him.
He doesn't do it proper.
Do you know what he does? He's seen what he does with like the tiger seal. He just bangs the seal down there. You know that bit hanging off. He just tiger seals it up. That's what we've got to do.
That's why he's the next Stokes. Or Stokes is the next him.
That's my real dad. We're getting closer, aren't we, I think?
Yeah.
Do it quick again.
Yeah.
Let's move it up a bit.
Oh no.
Have you got a parking sensor?
No. Yeah, I have actually.
You got bored, didn't you? And you just started hacking things up.
Hacking things up, mate. It's now or never. If this goes on now.
And looks okay. You're selling the patent?
They can keep the patent.
Well, if it don't go on and doesn't look right, got to buy a new back bumper, haven't we?
Yeah, basically.
So it's going to have to work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Laughter, isn't it? Are we still central on the marker stuff?
I think so.
What are you thinking?
It's looking good, I ain't gonna lie. We've put a few cable ties here and there. It needs a load more in it. And I think what we need to do then is get a bit of heat into the back bumper, so that kind of all sets in, because they're slightly different shapes. And
And they're bound to be, weren't they, at the end of the day?
Yeah, we need another cable tie there to get that all to fit. But like we did, and this bumper here on that line kind of swoops up, so we need to kind of get this all to like blend
seamlessly.
Yeah, as much as possible. If you get back there, I don't know if you can see, the tailpipes are all kind of in line, ready to fire through. So the next step now is to sort these side bits out. So we'll jump on that and see if we can get that sorted. So the next piece of the puzzle, obviously, is this bit, what we've chopped off the front of the bumper or the back of the bumper, what would you say it is?
Side of the bumper?
Side, yeah. And we've got to then piece this in here. We've got the same sort of like line in the bumper and piece that in. So that then we've got, this is the bit we've got to make up in this section. And that will follow that line round, which like we were saying with the side skirt and the front bumper, it's got all that. It's
an R32 kind of kit, isn't it?
What I've noticed, this little hole here and all this clip all kind of lines up with the hole in there. So if we get that all to work and you use this inner part, which the inner arch panel fits to, it should all kind of marry up. So I'm going to cut this now to let this section in. We're going to have a little mess about with it, get it all like that, and then I think the next stage is do this, the other side, and the next stage is obviously sort that area out.
Infill it all.
Infill it all.
Right, here we go again. I'm sure this is take 10. Take 10 of interiors. Mentioned we've got a new one that's out of an actual estate or a Jetta, don't know which one. But it is heated, so I've still got that option. Still got the electronic lumbar support and all that crap. But it's going to be exactly what we need for the rear bench.
Just to explain quickly to the ladies and gentlemen, I know they've seen this about 10 times. What you're on about?
Yeah, because obviously we wanted to keep the full functionality of the estate. The hatchback rear bench doesn't work properly because the hatchback rear bench doesn't ever adjust, it just stays there, and when you put the seat forward it just basically does that. Now that isn't too bad in this. The problem with the hatchback one is we can't fix it in place in our car. So the estate one folds up like that.
And then the seats fold, and it gives you a flat base in the back, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you basically, and I think the headrests, I don't know if you can kind of tell from here, I think they are different, and it allows them to actually fit flush behind the rear bench basically.
Yeah.
But we wanted to keep that full functionality, and see these clips here.
Yeah.
That's obviously where the estate one folds over on.
Yeah.
But the rear bench of the hatchback has these things.
And they clip in,
so to fit that in, you've got to cut a hole in the floor, and we've got these little plastic clips that basically sits
which you can do.
You can do, but we're not gonna. We wanted to keep it all leather. We think the rear bench looked pretty good anyway, so we're going to stick with that, keep that, and then eventually somewhere down the line get some nice front seats.
Yeah.
Somehow I've put every interior up for sale. On the first day I had about 20 inquiries about the bench seats and they went straight away.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to buy rear benches, front leathers, anything like that, 5-door door cards, 3-door interior, just come and buy it off me.
Jack's got interior for days and he's doing it at a good price.
We've got it's pretty good condition, the interior out of this. If anyone needs a cheap interior, cloth interior out of an estate.
For a Jetta?
Or a Jetta, hit me up, you can have it, good price. I'll give you a good price.
Tenors. You saying tenors, Jack?
That's where you're going on holiday. Yeah, I'm going to swap all this over now. Someone bought my interiors because it's taking up so much room.
And Jack's literally got about 8 grand invested in golf interiors.
If they become rare, I'll be a millionaire.
And no, he's not, because he's selling them for like 20 quid, so he's well out of pocket. So we've tackled the bumper situation, but we've also, and we always have had, this exhaust problem where the R32 exhaust is on, but it's obviously too short because of the estate. So what we need to do, I mean, we quite like the standard exhaust system sound. It's not too loud. Even if we got an aftermarket, it'd still be too short. What we want to do is extend these tips to the correct position, which is, it's a good old 400, 450, it's got to come.
I think that we measured that the car is 300 mil.
Yeah.
300 mil longer.
Yeah.
So the exhaust tips are probably 300 mil short, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what you got, Dave?
Dave's sporting a new.
500 mil, isn't it? No.
They're, yeah, 500.
Yeah, 500 mil.
Other way around, mate.
No, I know, but that's flared.
This is just the mock-up.
So I was just going to put it in like that. So
That's what you're going to be left with.
Yeah, I'll get
but
the other one.
obviously, it should go over. We've also, but I laughed at these as well.
Yeah, because these are 3.5.
They're 3.5, and then the geezer, what's it called where we went? Like pyramid exhaust or something like that, over water.
3.5 mil tips, did you mean?
Yeah, 3.5 mil tips. And then we said we want to,
Yes.
we want to fill, so obviously we want to fill it. And like we've got these, and I laughed at them. I laughed at them, and I went, Jesus! I was like, they're big, but
They fill the hole.
they actually do. Like, they are nice.
So they're going to sit. Does he look ridiculous?
See, so it's not actually
That much bigger.
That much bigger. They just look.
Ridiculous. But apparently, I did a bit of research, and a lot of people were asking questions obviously years ago. They were a bit kind of, with these tips, can you change the tips to a bigger tip? Because I think the Miltech comes with a 4-inch. This is 4 inches. Because them tips look just a bit lost in the gap in the bumper. So,
No, but I do think that it just fills it more, don't it? And it's going to look nice.
we can place this wherever we
Like Jack
want.
will probably want them out here like this.
Because we've got the length on that point
Yeah.
now.
I think you have them just out.
That's going to look good, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've even gave us this. This all needs to obviously be welded in. These then, he made all these up whilst we were there. That slots in there, and then that slot in that.
So then obviously it goes on all night.
Well, we're going to show you, aren't we? My theory is these tailpipes are literally welded on here, and I've cut just before that, and I've measured this neck here, and we've had that flared there. So if I clean all this weld off, once I've cut the tip off, that should slide on there nicely. But this one was like a Friday afternoon one, I think. They put a valve in it, which is obviously open, but that's on a bend, and it hasn't left me with much to get on. Our mate Dean could just weld it on, can he? So instead of using the clamp, if that is too short, we can put that to there, and he can just weld that up. Because I think that's what we're going to have. Once we've got it all in place, have them all welded up.
Whether he welds it up this year or not is a different story.
We're going to get this exhaust off now, get it on the deck. I'm going to cut these tips off, clean that up, get it back on, slip the pipes on. Job's a good one. R32 exhaust done.
And while Stokes messes with the exhaust, we're going to bring the car back down. Me and Jack are going to do the 2 last door cards.
We'll show you a new
to
present.
complete the interior. I pulled it in and out the other day, and it actually feels really nice to have an interior that matches, works. No, it feels all right. And we've also got another little surprise, haven't we, Jack?
Yeah. So let's get it down
Yeah.
and we'll show them.
And that was how it come out the factory, seriously. And then they weld the tips on. So I've cleaned all that off. This is what I'm saying with this one. It doesn't give us a lot to kind of get this on, but you could always still butt that there and have that welded up. So hopefully we can tap these on a little bit now. That gives enough to clamp on. Worst case scenario, we can weld that up. Should we see if it knocks on, Dave?
Do the straight one first.
Do the straight one first, do the easy one first.
Do the straight one first. It looks good then. Looks professional.
This is where it doesn't fit and it's too...
Hang on. Hey, Fatty, come and stand on this exhaust.
Oh, look at that.
Put your weight on it.
That is at a bit of an angle, so we need to tap. Definitely stiffer.
Was that right again?
Must get tiring.
And honest to God, this is why I'm ill, because it runs me down so much being right all the time.
Look at them.
Dave's that right? He's got 2 right hands.
It's alright, isn't it? They're little pea shooters.
What the hell? Like, did you not want to put them level? So these have got to be like chopped here, haven't they?
Yeah, this is what I've got to work out.
Ding, 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 ding. That's if you look at them, that's what you imagine the sound would be when it him, pim, 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 pim. If everybody, we're not promoting nothing or anything, but whoever's watched The Gentleman, the series on Netflix, can we please agree he looks like Tony Blair off that?
Yeah, I've got my tag here as well.
Clipped your wings. I don't get your logic.
I say, can I look like Dave in the younger days? And they go,
100,000,000%, and you do not.
We put like a little call out. If there's any hairdressers in the audience, we need to hook Stoke up.
Is there any people
in your hair?
On my side, mate.
Is there any people from Turkey?
You're not forward?
Hook him up.
Oops, man.
The tips are looking good. The bumper is getting there. We've got one more little thing to add, haven't we, to the rear?
Yeah, fingers crossed for the right car, otherwise I ain't going to be happy.
Right.
Let's
show. Let's open it up.
With the Mk5 and Mk6 Estate, obviously there's not many choices for aftermarket spoilers. I found 2. There's either this one, which was from Carbon Factory, or you could just buy a black plastic one, which I think was coming from like Lithuania or something. This was 170 quid, the plastic one was like 100 quid.
For the 70 quid, it's well worth that. Yeah. Look at that.
So I'm hoping a Mk6 Estate spoiler is the same as a Mk5 spoiler, because that's what this is based on. So
did you even ask her, or have you just guessed this?
No, I did my research with Stoke.
With Stoke?
Yeah.
You know what? It fits.
Oh, mate, I ain't gonna lie. That is just what it needed, you know.
That's bang on, that is, isn't it?
Ah, yeah.
It's absolutely bang on.
Have you just
yeah.
got a sticky side? I think
a little sticky tip, honestly.
And
Honestly, you know what?
The cannons go
I can't even tell you now. That set it on. Yeah. Get it stuck on. All I want you to do is get it stuck on. Make sure you get it right.
Hold on.
Mate, that looks the fucking part. Now we're in the situation where Dave's saying we need even more carbon. So what do you think? Should we get from the same place, Carbon Factory? They do
100%.
They do a rear diffuser.
100%.
Yeah, in carbon, and they do the
100%. I think that would be subtle enough.
Yeah.
To just set it off.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, plus, is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Time's finally come, ain't it, Dave?
We're that impressed with how it's looking at the back. We've got premature,
it finally feels like an R32.
Yeah, we've literally got premature now.
Yeah.
We feel like, instead of it being the last bit that we do, we're going to throw it on to just...
It feels so close with all that, that we think we should put these on. All we've done here, just off camera, we just lined them up so they were level, put a bit of tape on it. We're just going to figure out where we're going to put them on the car.
Because it's quite hard, because it's an R32 wagon. We've looked at the R36 wagon, but it's up here somewhere. But on the R36, it's down, the license plate's lower. Yeah. So what we've done, we've just found the exact measurements for the R32 and the GTI boot.
Yeah.
And this, if you look very closely, We've just
If
marked
you'll be able to see
with...
it. It's like a little bit of
Yeah, with a little
marker.
board marker we can wipe off. So we're 90 from the bottom, 50 in.
Yeah.
So in this vicinity here somewhere that we're going to go for.
We're going to put some masking tape on, make a little rectangle box, place our new taped up thing. But I think somewhere there,
Yeah. It is, isn't it?
we think we've got it level, in the right position. But
Go on then.
Let's
You
do-
picked all the 3M tape off.
I've learnt a trick from my spoiler mate. He's said heat the panel up first.
I didn't see you heat the panel up.
I did, mate. Don't
Can you take it off and show it? Oh my God, your head's in the way.
It's the rock that is coming through.
Take your hat off. Come on.
I'm a dubber now. I look like the car, don't I?
You ready? For the big reveal, Stoke.
Did the car come from Lithuania?
Why are you being racist? I look brand new.
Oh, move your move your shit head out of it. Honestly, because you can't really see the bumpers not built. Looks good.
I reckon people are thinking, what is our thinking when it comes to like making this hybrid bumper?
Yeah.
Where do you start? What do you even? But
Yeah.
we had this vague idea in our heads of
did.
how we'd have to do it. We know from doing the F81, you have to work with the body lines and try and make it work. As you've seen with the back of this one, we had a number plate right smack in the middle
Yeah.
of the
The
of the bumper.
recess, the number plate recess was in the lower half of the R32.
So we obviously wanted to fill that gap.
Yeah.
But as you've probably seen, there's a few more body lines on the estate that we need to get rid of. So you've got one where we've filled in that gap with the where the number plate was. It actually curves ever so slightly outward. So our thinking is, if we get some heat in it, strap it down, get it as close to where we need to do it as possible.
Bend it back out a little bit.
But you keep it as much original bumper and the original strength as possible. But we've had the same issue down this side, haven't we, really?
So we have dropped on a little bit lucky. This body line here of the arch is exactly the same on both bumpers. I mean, this could have been wider, could have been shorter, but that works absolutely bang on. So this will work all the way down there. So what Jack's saying is, now we've got this crease mark here. We can cut that out if we wanted to piece in a bit more, but we think we could heat that, get it out, sand it out.
Yeah.
You know,
The only reason we
work
want
it
to
out.
keep it in place, because if we say take another 3 inches out of,
It's a lot more out, isn't it?
yeah, you're losing a lot of strength, and then we've got to build that back up some other way. So we think if we keep as much in as possible,
Yeah.
we're helping ourselves out ultimately.
So we want to ask a question to you guys. Get in the comments. We've got an idea of how to. We basically, the problem we've got now, the last bit of this puzzle on this back bumper is this section here. Remember, we keep saying about these lines in the R32, front and back side skirts. They've got this kind of curve
Yeah.
built into it. We need to do that, get this built back in. We could use parts of a plastic bumper to form that, but it'd be really hard to do, to heat up, to form. We was thinking some mesh in the back of this, fitted to the back of this bumper, to recreate this in mesh, and then fiberglass, because obviously the mesh will sit at the back, fiberglass over the top of that, and that would then create this curve and create that section. Is that what we should do?
Well, we already know what one concern could be, is that you use fiberglass and resin and whatever,
Yeah.
it becomes stiff, it becomes brittle. Is it prone to breaking? Bumpers obviously flexible to an
using
extent.
two
Different materials, aren't
yeah,
they?
two materials in the same. Like normally you get a fiberglass bumper, completely fiberglass, or you get a plastic bumper, all plastic, isn't it? But if you're using two materials, are they going to react differently with like different heats?
Are we going to get cracks where we've joined the two pieces
Yeah.
together, and in 6 months' time it looks like a dog's dinner again?
Yeah.
But obviously there's probably a load of body shop people out there who have probably dealt with, probably not this exact scenario, but how would you go about?
Yeah, what would your options be? Would it, yeah, or is there something else what we haven't thought of, or we haven't mentioned, what we could use to kind of recreate that and mould that?
But if you let us know, just if you've got any ideas how, preferably if you've done something like this,
Yeah.
how you would do it, what's the best way that's not going to just end up in a few months' time looking awful.
Yeah,
again.
what we don't want to do is do something and then you guys go, you know, you could have done it this way, and it's a lot easier. But no, apart from that section, Dave, are you happy with the bumper, mate?
Yeah, I think it's going to look wicked.
Yeah.
I really do think it's just going to set it off.
Right, we have got ourselves a lovely
Genuine.
BA3 cable, because the guy we bought it off nicked ours for his banger car.
Yep.
So we've bought one off JJ Breakers.
Pals all.
Yeah, big up
Nice
pals.
one, lads. Not that we should give them a shout out because they wouldn't do me any discount.
They don't give us any discount.
They've sold us the bumpers as well, both bumpers.
Yeah.
Was there anything else we got?
And they didn't even give us a discount, man. The problem is.
But they are alright, lads.
The problem is, no, they are alright, lads. The problem is, they do watch the YouTube channel, and like when they see what's in the unit, I think they've charged us more.
So I had to make a cable what went to the starter motor, so that is all into this. We have got one cable, so we need to now put it through a little bit.
Just to be clear as well, obviously this didn't come through there.
No.
Even on the R32 equivalent, it doesn't come through there. But we thought if we bring it in this space anyway,
We've got all this boot kind of
yeah,
tray and all
we
that.
don't have to start drilling things again. This is the longer waited. Dave's been dying for this date. But we don't have to use this cable to start the car anymore. We've run the cable in. This is like the existing, obviously this didn't have it, but it still has the holes where the positive feed. The only ones it doesn't have is literally these two here.
But the cover that little knobhead is modelling covers it.
Covers it, yeah. Obviously it goes over the fuel tank and taking it over the rear subframe. And if you can just see it up there, Dave, we've got in there.
It's a proper job is that.
With the original grommet, and then we've come out. We wasn't sure where to ground it from because there wasn't like a suitable place in the boot. So I'm going to get a grommet for that hole, fill that in. We've got a nice ground point.
Like that hole, let me.
Got a nice ground point. Put a bit of grease on it just so it doesn't rust up, obviously, and give us a bad earth. But we've got to get the under tray on now, and then we're going to give it the first start with the new cable, not running it. We've even got a battery.
Not having jump leads through the window and concoctions happening.
This is the moment of truth.
Jack's put the battery lid on. This is still a bit loose, but Jack is going to fix it properly and do a professional job. Stokes is obsessed with finding out if this wheel still fits in or not.
No, don't get
There you go.
It's going to fit tight enough. Yeah, so we'll extend the positive to the other side.
Right, so we've got lights, we've heard the fuel pump. Oh, hey! Look, even Jimmy Sam will give us a bloody smile.
It feels nice just to get in this car, like you say. Put the key in, turn the ignition, put full seat, light, everything. Don't look at the ceiling. That's for another day.
We've got some bits and
You could drive this.
we've got some bits and bobs, but mate, like I said the other day, how nice does it feel to
Need
be
a new map
in
sensor.
a nice set of levers? It feels nice. From where we started to where we are now. Look at that spoiler and everything, just makes it look.
Right, that's another week of, I think,
R32 madness.
Yeah, and I think the little things we've done, I know the bumper's quite a big bit, but it's not done yet, and the tailpipes are half in or whatever.
Don't know what you're on about, it is.
Mate, if you stand here, that looks.
But it's really completed the look, especially with the wing. I know Dave absolutely loves it, but we all think it's made such a difference to the look of the car.
It was just missing that sporty touch on, like, up here.
Yeah.
So everything started to take shape down here and everything, but that has just made it now.
Icing on the cake.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
And you've heard us rabbit on about it, but having the power cable in, the correct one, ran to the front so we can just start this car, no trauma, is such a bonus. Like it's
going to be so
constantly.
easy not having to find the booster pack,
Yeah.
making sure the connection's right.
And that's the all important touch, yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't help ourselves, could we? I might have to point out that my gapping is great.
Oh, you wouldn't do that, would you?
You've always been good at gapping, haven't you? Another touch which is finally nice to have, it's obviously, the front seats may eventually be changed to buckets, obviously, but it's nice to have the interior where we want it.
Everything matches.
Yeah, leather door cards, rear bench folds flat, heated, leather.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we wanted.
Because these all fold up, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we meant. You can fold the seats flat then. So it really is, it's 95% there, or 99% there probably.
Right, yeah.
It's just little finishing touches.
We didn't get a chance to change the bonnet catch today, which we have got because we ain't got the bolts.
Yeah.
So that'll be another little touch, and
Yeah.
we can open and shut the bonnet properly.
The roof bars, if anyone's got any of these aluminium, the brushed aluminium roof bars for this or a Mark 6, just message us because we are after someone.
We will have
been
them.
looking and we'll have them.
Like, and then it will just be like
Yeah.
the final little touches, like just like that. We're not really going to be too fussed about the bodywork for now.
It's a shame. I mean, the paintwork is quite bad on this car, but realistically, to make it look 100%, needs to blow over.
I would
don't it?
say it's very presentable for the age of car.
If you've got a multifunction steering wheel, flat bottom from R32, manual, let us know. Roof bars, let us know. If you want to sell us some wing backs for like 500 quid, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have them as well.
Yeah, I did 200.
But we are really like
We're close,
aren't we?
Literally, hopefully, on the next one, it will be done.
Yeah,
You'll see
that
Jack.
would be nice.
See Jack with
Cruising off into the sunset.
You'll see Jack very happy.
If there's anything else you think, because obviously the one thing that we know that lets us down on this car a little bit is the rear lights. It's kind of, everyone agrees online and we think they're not really the best. If anyone's got any ideas or anything we can do with them.
What I like about the Mark 5 is the round, they've got like a round LED.
Yeah.
Could we get that fitted into that? I know we ain't going to get this one here, but if we had that fitted in, I think it'd complete
If anyone has any ideas or I don't know what we can do with them, but just let us know, get in the comments, say what can we do with the rear lights. If there's any little finishing touches or any R32 things you think we've missed out, let us know. Just get in the comments, get involved.
And any shows what we should take this to for its first outing, because I think we should take it to a show.
Yeah, definitely.
I think people will appreciate it.
Let us know. But anyway, Dave.
Like, comment, follow and subscribe.
Stay tuned for next week. We've always got good stuff coming.
Get in the comments.
Yeah, always get in the comments.
See you in a bit.
See you next time.